those are phantasm. I don't see her faces. And also, Emily, you have a very, very bright light on your left.
Let me go close my eyes.
So, good afternoon for you. It's early morning. What time is it here?
9.
It's like 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Okay. This is 6 p.m. Totally dark. Not this dark. This is artificial. The real one is outside. Mm-hmm. Hello, Ryan. You're muted.
Oh, hello. How are you doing?
How are you, man?
Good.
Good.
Tired. But yeah, I'm alive.
Okay. And Yuri, Shiyu, and Winston are gonna open the camera. Maybe they want to have the camera close. I like to see the faces of the people that are talking to. Yes, if they want, of course.
Okay, I'm just gonna comb my hair a little bit first. I'm sorry.
Oh, I understand. It's too early. Maybe you are not still perfect.
I think it's also like final season for a lot of people. Last day classes was yesterday, so people are recovering.
So you're not heading holidays, or you still have some work till Christmas?
We have finals exams for the next 2 weeks.
For the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you know that you share this pain with all the university students in the world. So Ryan.
Yeah.
Do you know us? Do you know me?
Yeah.
From time ago.
Of course.
From time ago.
Yeah. I spent I think a decent amount of time applying, and then I'm definitely interested in applying again for 2024 summer. So I'll finish the process this time instead of giving up. Yeah.
Okay. Good luck and hard work. Work hard. You know.
Yeah. Sure.
So we can wait, or we can start, Emily, whatever you want.
Maybe give it 3 more minutes, because I think everyone in this call also messaged me saying that it went to spam for them. So we sent an email that hopefully
I can wait. I'm here for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hosting the call as well. Really appreciate it.
No problem. So in the meantime, could you please introduce yourself, if you want? You mute.
I'll kick it off.
You muted.
Okay, sure. I'll kick it off. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan. I'm in my 4th year of my computer science here at UBC. Done a couple co-ops at a couple companies, and I also tried applying to a Liquid Galaxy for 2023 summer. I was applying, and then stopped because I got an internship. But I think this year, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna apply for the full thing and definitely try to get into the program regardless, because I think it's a valuable experience.
Good.
For whoever wants to go next. Actually, I think Emily.
I guess I can go next.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Jiaying. You can also call me Jin, like Jin. So I'm a 2nd year student at University of British Columbia. I'm a conflict student. Next term, I'm doing an internship at Intel. And I'm also planning to do GSOC during the summer, of course, which I'm really interested in because I love Flutter. It's my favorite framework of all time. And I've created a few apps for it for fun as my passion projects, including an app that was like a language learning game. I just really enjoy Flutter because I feel like widgets make so much sense, and Dart is the best language ever. And also, previously I did an internship on mobile app development, which I really enjoy, and I find Liquid Galaxy really cool, especially how it uses Google Earth and turns Google Earth into something that can have so many business use cases.
And you can say the truth. You also like Dash.
Dart?
Dash. You're not seeing the screen.
Oh, Dash? Oh, is that like the mascot of Flutter?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Dash
Flutter is the best.
is his name. Dash.
Mhm.
The mascot, Flutter mascot.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
nice to meet Dash.
Thank you. Jean?
Yeah, Jen.
Okay. Shiyu, hello.
Hi, my name is Shiyu. I'm a first-year computer science student in the BCS degree. In case you didn't know, that's the second degree in computer science. My first degree was in pharmacy, and this is like my second degree right now. And I'm currently looking for summer 2024 internship, but I'm also looking to seek more opportunities to contribute to open source. And also, I'm also very interested in mobile app development as well. So I feel like the Liquid Galaxy opportunity will be perfect if I get to participate.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Winston, Yuri, we don't know if you are there. You're still preparing your hair or still sleepy. Yuri's here. Hello.
Hi, I'm Yuri, and I'm in the second year of the computer science major, and I don't have like previous experience of like the internship or something like that. So I'm looking for like anything that I can develop like my coding skills or during the summer.
Good. Thanks. Winston, hello.
Yeah, hello, hi. I'm sorry, I was occupied there a little bit, but yeah, I'm just like Shu. I'm a second year BCS student at UBC, and I did some like I guess mobile app development with React, so not maybe quite the same tech stack, but I'm also interested in just trying to contribute to open source and try to grab as much experience as I can, and so yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Good. Thanks. Do we have to wait for anyone?
I sent the email, but because the people, I don't know who in this call RSVP'd on the form, but did not get the. Did y'all get the email that I just sent, Winston and Yuri?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just let people trickle in if they show up, but I don't know if people. I didn't realize that today was like the last day of class for people, so they might not like come early in the morning. So that was my bad.
No
We
problem.
can maybe just go to questions.
So okay, as I said before, we can go in an interactive way. You can make me questions and I will try to answer. I can show you some of the screens I have with contents about what Liquid Galaxy is or so on. How we do this, Emily?
I think we can just like let people ask questions, but I can start it off. I think like during the meeting or during the presentation, a lot of people were wondering like how competitive it is to apply. So I found like the statistics for like overall we saw.
Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm gonna share some slides I have here, and let me go to the statistics. You see the slides?
Yeah.
So the point is that how competitive is that thing? I will say it's something like 1 among 10. Let me explain. So last year Google gave 1,200 interns, and there will be something like 15,000 people that presented to the GSOC. This means that around 10, more or less, 1/10 were selected. I don't know if you find this so competitive. I don't. I mean, for many works you will apply, there will be more than 10 people searching for the same work. So I think it is not too much, but depends on many questions. Like for example, if I say something that you didn't understand, or because you are not familiar with it, please ask me. It depends a lot on the community you are trying to collaborate, because last year, for example, there were something like 198, around 200 different open source communities, open source projects inside Google Summer of Code. What means that? That you can apply, let's name it, you can apply to Linux Foundation, you can apply to Wikimedia, you can apply to Liquid Galaxy, you can apply to Blender, you can apply to hundreds of different organizations, and every organization will be different, totally different. The way you apply, the way you are selected, the tech stack they have. So that's the beautiful about open source, that we are every of us is totally different, and this means in all the situations, both the technology, the way. So this was what I was meaning, that it depends a lot on to what organization you apply. It will be harder, but in numbers, is that something like 1 of every 10 different students are selected. That's not too much. Is that an answer?
Yeah. Do you have like statistics for like the Galaxy specifically?
Sure. In mind, last year, around, let's gonna say, because it's around 400 people interacted with us, and we make some little exams. I don't want to say exams because are not exams. Some little tests, like you have to install your own Liquid Galaxy at home with virtual machines. That is a task that's for students doing in one afternoon. I don't remember, Emily, how much it takes to you, but for Ryan, I don't remember if you already did that. But it's something easy, but sometimes it's a little bit painful. It depends on your configuration and on your network also. Sometimes it takes more. What I want to say is that only from this, I would say 300, 400 contributors interacted with us. Around 60 were the ones that developed for real a Liquid Galaxy at their home and create a video that you can take a look at the video in our website, because this is all is open. They recorded a video with the installation, and then they have to make a little two more tests, something like create a very small Flutter application with a few widgets on the screen and so on, and also of course writing their proposal. So 460, and how much interest we have last year? 12.
So I think like the chances of you, if you like participate in this, like I told them about like the KISS apps and like the other initiatives they're running this fall. So for all of you on the call, the probability of you getting into GSOC if you do those initiatives is like 1 in 5 compared to just 1 in 10 for everyone else. So you should install your.
But the numbers are, as I said, are not as clear in the sense that when I say, for example, this year we have more than 400 people interacting now. How many people will be interacting with us on February when the real thing starts? Because GSOC has not started. I mean, the fight for GSOC has not started. So I don't know if we will be 600 this year or 800, because every year we grow up. In the years that Emily started with us, numbers will be something like 100, not much. So I can say, but I think it's around 1 to 10. One person, but also it's not a matter of you have to review our videos, because it's not much a matter of both your coding preparation, your knowledge about the tech stack. I would say it's always half with the approach on the collaborative way you go to our community. I mean, we ask people to collaborate and to do code, to do some stuff, manuals, help the others, stay in the community. We are a community, so being a community member. Then the other part is, of course, you have to apply for a coding internship, so you have to know how to code, and you have to make code. But I will say for us, it's something like 50-50. For example, Emily, your colleague, is a perfect example here. Emily has been helping us since many years ago. I will say it's a few years ago, Emily. So I know that if I ask Emily, something I need from your area, from Canada or from wherever, she will say, okay, Andrew, I will find the time and I will help the community. So it's more a matter of 50% good coder and 50% good contributor to the community. So this is something is not as easily accountable, because I would say lots more of the people do not collaborate at all with the community. They just simply go there to say, okay, I have my summer that I want to get an intern from Google. And we say, okay, anything else? And they say, no, nothing. I want to get an intern. So go to the queue, go to the end of the queue, and there are 400 people in front of you. But the people that stay with us, do stuff, collaborate and so on, is easy to go up. I'm talking, explaining right? Yuri, do you understand me? Winston, Shiyu, Ryan? Okay, another question. Feel free.
Oh yeah. Because I know like every, I guess, organization, including like Galaxy, gets like a lot of applications, and then we all follow like the same criteria when applying, because we have like stuff we need to follow. So how do you think like one person stands out compared to like 10 other people who have like similar applications?
Again, I would say it's a 50% your coding abilities, because you have to develop some tests, easy tests, and then your interaction with the community. I mean, people that starts early to communicate with us, to show up to the meetings, to attend the presentations, to interact, to help with the others on the Discord channel we have this year. We have, for years, we've been having something like Zulip or other, includes WhatsApp, other methods of communication. Now, from 2 years, we are on Discord. We are very well there. And there are something like 400, 500 people there. If you communicate with the others, help the others, and attend the things, you go up early. So, again, it's a matter of okay, those are internal things. I cannot explain 100% to you, but I will say that we have something like a very large Google Sheet with a column of every student, and then we have cross marks, okay? But this is something very, very internal from us. We have cross marks. Imagine, today, we have had already 4 trainings for the Liquid Galaxy next year, okay, 4. And how many people has attended these trainings? We have a cross. Something like say, this guy, this person, this girl, this boy has attended. So this person is asking questions. This person has helped. This person is collaborating with that. And we review I would say, the level of communication, the level of collaboration of the person and their code abilities. And then we have, at some point, we are in Google, remember, because it's not only us, it's Google also who reviews the thing. And finally, we have to go from a few hundreds to 70 to 10 or 12 or something like this. More questions? And a flying blue bird.
So, to my understanding, you guys start with like a larger cohort for training, and as you guys proceed, you guys just kind of trim it down. And I guess once you guys get down to the last 10, is that when you guys start on the actual project itself?
Okay, so we do the training, but the training is not exactly, I would say, a focused training on our code base. Not. We're doing training in many different technologies. Of course, those can be related to our project because we work with Google Earth, but this is something like the side thing. We use many different tech stacks, or I would say something like the hype we actually have. Artificial intelligence. Okay, we've been doing artificial intelligence for years for the Liquid Galaxy, using different models, training models, doing that stuff for years. Now it's the fashion, I would say, thing. Okay, we train the students, but not the student contributors, because remember, in the past years GSOC was only for university students, and it's no longer only for university students. It's open to anyone that can write code. Of course, if you can write code, you will not participate on GSOC. So, for I say, we will be doing presentations, trainings, different contests. We have a couple of contests running where people have to code very simple applications. And then at some point in February, March, Google, let me share with you the slide, this one. This was the agenda. This is the approximated agenda because the 2024 is still not published. But this was of this year. So on January, at the end of January, usually Google will open the door and say, okay, mentoring organizations, open source organizations, who wants to have interns next summer for their contributors? And then hundreds of different organizations go to Google and say, I want. Then Google selects us because maybe every year there are something like 400, 500 different organizations that go to Google and say, I want interns, but not all those are going to get interns because only around 200, 150 will get the interns, okay? So after this, we as organizations have something like we call the project ideas. It will be something like a web page or a post or whatever with different ideas we have to develop this year. Also, contributors can offer their own idea. Imagine that you, Winston, imagine something like an amazing project. I don't know why. There are hundreds of things you can do. But you explain the idea to us and you can propose your idea. But usually contributors are not so confident or not have the knowledge of their platform. So we present something like a 30, 40 different project ideas, and then people take a look at those ideas, select one or a few ones, maximum is 3, and then they create the proposal. The proposal is for us, because as I said, every organization does that in a different way. For us, a proposal is a 4 or 5 pages document, and the master document, you can find it on our website, is already published. It's a very simple project idea document. And then you have to submit the proposals to the Google platform, and then we as organization take a look at your proposals. We have meets with you. You have meetings with our mentors. We have many mentors in different countries, and at some point we have to select, and Google makes the final selection. And around May, you have the communication if you are going to have an intern or not. 1 month that people connect finally with the organization. At some point at the end of May, beginning of June till the end of August, those are approximate dates, the thing goes. Is that answering your question, Wilson?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I think that does.
Okay. More questions? Let me tell you one thing that is different this year from other years. Let me say, so this year Google has still has not published the full 2024 program, but we just come back 2 months ago from Sunnyvale, California, from the Google central offices. We have a meeting there. We were something like 200 mentors from around the world, and they make us some presentation for next year. And the only thing I can tell you is that also Google will have this year another range of hours to dedicate to the projects. Usually you have to work on projects for many years. Hours were 350 hours, something like you have to be between 6 and 8 hours a day for the summer. Then a few years ago they introduced half, and this year they introduced half. That means that there will be projects that will be developed in 90 hours, in 175 hours, or 350. This means that if you select a project of 170, you still can go I don't remember who was you. It's been Shiyu. No, I don't remember who was you said that is going to have Intel something this summer. You are
Oh, yeah, me.
Eugene. You're going to go to Intel. You already have this close.
Oh, yeah. My Intel is January to August. Yeah.
January to August. Okay, so you're going to do the first semester. So the point is that if you go to Intel, I don't know how much time you have to work for Intel every day, and also how many hours you have to stay for the university, but you still can apply for the 90 hours in the summer. This means that doing some stuff daily and work a little bit harder on the weekend, you can also have a GSOC. Other years means that
That's definitely my plan.
90 hours of dedication. This is new for this year. So this allows people that is working or is having another kind of interns also work on a GSOC project. Okay, and you can also ask me another question like, how many interns will be of 350, 175, and 90 hours? And the answer is, I don't know, because we are still working on the project preparation, and our senior mentor teams are having the ideas of what projects we are going to have for next year. And when they prepare the ideas, they say, okay, this is going to be a short project, and it will be 90. This is going to be a half project, and this is going to be 175, and this is going to be a normal, regular, full project. This is going to be the 350 hours. You will know this around the second week of January, that we will be publishing as Liquid Galaxy. Remember, as us, we will be publishing the project ideas, and then you will read whatever idea, and then you will read the number of hours you have to allocate for this idea. More questions?
Oh, I have one. This is more regarding like Liquid Galaxy itself. So I think you mentioned just now that when Emily and Ryan did it last year, they had to install it on a virtual box. So I'm just wondering, because I just saw that Liquid Galaxy is developed on Ubuntu Linux. So I'm wondering, if you're doing like a Flutter app, do you have to have a Linux system, or is just installing it on VirtualBox enough?
Oh, so you have another beast. It's
Yeah.
a cat. A good, nice cat. The question is that the answer is yes, you have to have a Liquid Galaxy and you have to install Ubuntu, because Liquid Galaxy works on Ubuntu, on Linux, not on Windows. But of course, you have a Windows machine, then you install a virtual machine setup with VirtualBox or whatever, and then you have your Liquid Galaxy inside your Windows machine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so in that case, usually just having like a virtual, like installing it on the VirtualBox would be adequate. right?
exactly.
Okay.
I would say this is what happens in 90% of the cases, because usually people don't have at least 3 computers and 3 screens at home to develop a Liquid Galaxy. But believe me, there are people that has 10 that goes to all the friends and the school or the university and ask for computers, and they have something like a big rig at home ready to develop. But 90% of the cases, you will develop the application against a virtual setup that will be running on your own machine. So you will be having your whatever coding setup you have, your Visual Studio or whatever IDE you use, and then you will have on the same machine an emulator for the tablet running Android. That is usually where we develop with Flutter, Kotlin, or whatever, or Java. And then you will have also 3 other machines with a Linux thing. So you don't need to have more hardware, but you will work inside your own Windows machine or Linux, if you run Linux, with virtual machines.
Okay, thank you.
This is one of the tests. 100% you will have to pass with us. And again, let me cross this situation. Emily, you have installed the Liquid Galaxy.
Yes.
And how much it takes to you?
Doesn't take very long. I think the longest part is like waiting for like me to download the Ubuntu like ISO or like the virtual disk image. So it doesn't take that long. Maybe like an afternoon of like setting it up.
As I said, this is something people does in one afternoon. But there are people that takes 2 weeks. Why? Because that's technology. Maybe you have some kind of, I don't know what kind of issue with your a router at home and maybe your packets are lost. I mean, things happen. This is technology. But usually it's I will say, because I see you are very focused on how much opportunities you have to get an intern against other people. That's logic. The amount of time you have to dedicate to the Liquid Galaxy community before to getting an intern in real work is 2 days, 2 full days for installing the Liquid Galaxy, for developing a very simple Flutter application. If you don't know Flutter, it will be a few days more, but we ask for a very simple thing, and then to create your own proposal. This is peanuts. This is made in a few days, but the part of the collaboration, this is something like a large thing that you have to start now, because we already have started, and at this moment, I can tell you there are something like 80 students of the something like 500 we have on the Discord, something like 500 on Discord. 80 of them are starting to do stuff. So if you want to go for work, real work, 2 days. For the other, not as accountable, like interacting with the people, helping, showing your interests, attending whatever streamings we do and so on, this is something that is more difficult to come, and it's starting now. More questions?
The question just now, you mentioned that you guys will publish the ideas for projects, right? May I know when that will be?
I don't know. I told you that this will be theoretically at the beginning of January. I don't believe it will be something like on the very first 10 days of January.
I see.
But I can
Okay,
tell
so,
you the date exactly. Go.
Okay, thank you. But then will we be able to implement ideas that are outside of those projects?
Of course.
Outside of your ideas?
Yes,
Okay.
I say this, or try to say this. We present ideas to the students because usually students do not have too much idea, but the answer is yes, you can. And let me do one thing for you. This is something very special. I haven't done this before. 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna show you briefly, but this is gonna stay on YouTube. This is the starting of the ideas for Liquid Galaxy this year. Ubuntu porting, GeoEarth game, a graphics library generator, porting of a thing for web games, Nerf Studio, porting another game, continuing the things we are doing on agro robotics, creating a new version of the laser slides application we have. So those are the ideas that are now on the main document that is still not published, and just I give you a fast presentation of it. So that the document is coming, but it will be ready in the very first 2 weeks of January. And the answer to the question is yes, you can develop your own ideas and present the ideas to us. I understand that you have seen
I see.
That you have seen clearly what a Liquid Galaxy is.
Mhm.
I wanted to show you this. This is on our website, and you can see here different configurations. We have many, and when I say many, I mean dozens. Yeah, those you are seeing have usually 7 screens, but we have systems running from 3 to 100 of screens. 100. There are plenty of photos in our website that you can take a look of what a Liquid Galaxy is.
Okay.
More questions?
I also have another question, if that's okay.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I noticed that in the website for GSOC 2024, you have a list of autumn task allocation for contributors. And then there is Flutter interest group, KISS Flutter app development, and there's also a wiki project, and there's also a competition, Flutter competition. I noticed. For the Flutter competition, where do we submit our entries to? I was wondering.
Okay.
Yes, it's that website.
If it's not clear, it's my fault and my other mentor. So I think it's explained here. This is the contest. You're talking about the contest specifically?
Yeah.
So Jan, the contest is running from now, because people are already coding applications, till last day to send us all the materials is January 4, and say no excuses there. Okay. What you have to send us is a Google Drive folder with the following content: documentation, link, a video, and the APK compile. I think it's clear what we ask for. We have some Google Developer Access in Flutter that will be the jury, and those are the little awards we're giving you. Because this is not a matter of a real contest. This is a matter of testing you to do things, okay? So this is not something we are going to give you hundreds of or thousands of dollars. No, we give you to the winner something just for appreciation. But this is something like those little work the real contributors that want to stay with us have to develop. So, and this is the phrase after. And of course, be near to being selected for Google Summer of Code 2024 because you already have developed one application. And the contest, the name of the contest is KISS Apps. And let me go back and go to Yuri. Yuri, hello. Unmute yourself. Hello. Ooh, unmute yourself. Unmute your mic. Is here or is not here? I think she's.
She might be having some.
She's freeze.
Issue.
Yeah. Yuri.
Sorry, now I can I turn on the mic?
I have a question for you. What means KISS?
Oh, like, KISS is like I don't.
In that case, what KISS means? Do you know?
Yeah, it's like.
Like what?
Like.
Don't worry.
Like,
That's not an exam. Don't worry. Let me go to Winston. Winston, what means KISS for this thing?
I'm not familiar either, but I can give you the quick Google search answer if you want.
No. Let's try to go another person. Ryan, what means KISS? And it's not a matter of kissing. It's not a matter of kissing you.
Yeah, I have no clue.
No clues, man or woman. So it's curious because you already have to know this, but you didn't know. No problem. What means KISS? Perfect. Are you seeing anywhere here that we explain what KISS means? No. But KISS is an abbreviation that we have on the computer thing for the computer science for years and years. And KISS means keep it simple, stupid. This is what KISS means. KISS means that when you're going to approach a project, instead of doing something like big, plenty of stuff with many functionalities, with a very hard front end, back end, so on, make it simpler. And we have this phrase, KISS, not us, it's from the computer science. Keep it simple, stupid. So what I'm explaining this to you first because you didn't know what KISS means. That's very sad. I will modify the blog post and explain what KISS means. But the point is that those applications have to be very small and very functional, and working against a liquid galaxy. So we are not looking in this contest for a huge and enormous application doing I don't know what stuff. No, we want something like very simple, something like sending. For example, there is a few examples here. No. Scroll text application. This is something you have a flatter screen on your tablet, and you write Ryan King. Press a button, and then in big letters across the Liquid Galaxy it says Ryan King, and the letters make some kind of scrolling. This is it. This seems to be simple, and it's simple, but of course it has a work. You have to understand how it works. You have to program it. It's not, you are not working with one computer. You are working with many computers. That's the point of the Liquid Galaxy is. But it's a simple thing, okay? I don't know if this answers your questions. Any other question?
Yeah, I had a quick one. Out of the, because you obviously work with the people who do the projects. Is there anything in particular that makes someone successful in the project compared to people who, I guess, struggle a bit?
Successful? You mean after developing the project?
Yeah, I guess during, are there people who just do better than others because they do specific things, like maybe asking more questions or anything?
Let me try to understand you well, Kim. Excuse me. So
yeah.
you say after they have developed the project?
Or during, I guess, the developing of a project, are there things that students do to make them more successful while they're working on the project?
So first is that you are contributors. I don't want to name it students because those are no longer students. You are all students, but you can be not a student. We call them contributors. This is Google Words. The most important point is that you will be, if you're on GSOC, and also previously to GSOC, you will be tied to a mentor, and that person will have a deep knowledge of whatever tech stack is going to use on the project. If it's something with Flutter, it will be a Flutter expert. If it's something in artificial intelligence, it will be a person with a deep expertise on this, and also all of them will know about the Liquid Galaxy. So the most important thing is that you get to interact a lot, as much as you can with your mentor, because your mentor is there to help you. You have to be the one doing the code. Your mentor is not going to write one line of code for you, because you have to be the one writing the code. But your mentor is here to help, and if you can make him or her as many questions as you want, and this is, I would say, this is the most important, because again, maybe you come to the GSOC and you're still not trained, you're not fully trained on coding. If you don't know to code, you will not be selected to Google Summer of Code, because mentor will have interviews with you, and we cannot select a person that do not knows how to code, because you already have to go to GSOC understanding how to code. GSOC is not a training program, it's not for trained people, it's to get things to work. Get the work done. So what I would say for answering you is that, Ryan, that interacting with your mentor and having plenty of meets and asking questions and so on, because if you can get stuck at any moment with something, I mean, you just don't find a solution for this. And also, it's not only a matter of contacting with your mentor, it's also a matter of staying in contact with the whole community, because sometimes a mentor, for example, this year we have something like 4 or 5 new mentors. Those guys know how the Liquid Galaxy works, but maybe they are not have the biggest expertise. Think about, we have mentors since the very first year, since 14 years ago. So you cannot compare the expertise on a guy that's starting now to a guy that is 14 years on this thing. So ask your mentor and ask the community. Use the Discord channel and go there and say, okay, I'm having problems, the typical problem. I'm having problems connecting with a Flutter package to the SSH for connecting to the Liquid Galaxy. And I'm having this problem. Then you explain the problem. Other people will help you. So interact with your mentor and with the community, and you will be success. And for us, the final success, of course, is that your application has to work. I mean, when you say, my application is going to do this, and you agree with us that your application is going to do this, and your mentor and you create a timeline saying that to arrive here, you have to do this for these weeks, for these months, to have some points of checking. So at the end, Okay, Yuri, thank you. At the end, you have to have your project, usually an application running a tablet with the Liquid Galaxy behind, running 100%. If it's not running, you have been not successful on the program. Any other question?
Sure, yeah. I just wanted to ask for just Liquid Galaxy, what were some of like the maybe a big roadblock or challenge you guys faced? And I wonder if you guys could just tell us more about how you guys ended up solving it, or what kind of problems that you guys are kind of still stuck on.
We as community or as...
Yeah, sure, as a community. I understand there might be many aspects to this project, but I just want to just hear some anecdotal, like, anecdotals about like the work itself and like, yeah, how it might go down.
You mean that problems or things that students, contributors fight to, finding their path, or?
Yeah, find their path or ended up solving, or like a major feature that they were to contribute.
We usually we will have special training sessions on that kind of questions. For example, again, this year everyone is talking about AI, so we are going to have sessions on AI and how to develop Flutter application with AI behind. That's it. So you're going to have some training on this. Usual problems like connection to the Liquid Galaxy, I just said, because some people get stuck on this when it's very simple. But sometimes you have some kind of networking problems that you are not seen by yourself, but someone says, okay, man, you have this problem because you are running, imagine, in these two different networks or whatever kind of network thing. A lot of problems are related to the network thing, because you can develop an application to run on a tablet, and if the application runs on a tablet, okay, fantastic. But we do not do that. Our system is a little bit more complex. You do develop an interface on the tablet to run against a cluster of machines running Linux every machine. So it has its level of complexity, but it's not complex in the sense that we've been doing that for years, and our code base has many samples of how to do every part of the communication, or the painting KMLs, flying to orbits, and the many different situations we have. Emily, do you want to add something with your experience? If the students find, because Emily is still not 18, is that correct, Emily? But you are almost there. So Emily is not a mentor in the project because she still is not 18 and she has to be. But Emily has been what we call training mentor for years, and she has been in many dozens of meetings. So Emily, explain an anecdote for Winston about where the people get stuck.
I think the part where people get stuck is like Andrew mentioned, like the networking. I think there's a lot of like very nuanced things that can go wrong, and often because people wait until like the last minute, they're like, oh, it usually takes 2 hours, but sometimes if you're one of those people, like your home router doesn't allow like port forwarding on this or whatever, then it gets complicated. And I guess like another common struggle is like people tend not to plan out like their work logs very well. I think like we have a system of like you must put your work on like a work log sheet, right? So I think that helps with it. But if people don't have a good sense of like I want to get this done by this day, then work can tend to drag on, and people tend to be less successful if they have to rush to make up things near the end of the project.
And this happens with every project you're gonna go for on your life. When I say any, I mean any, not only technical projects. If you want to plan your vacation for 2025 and you're not planning and you are not reviewing the flights, the hotel, the whatever thing, I mean, you need plan to do something, and for the reason you will have to interact, and you will have to have your plan for the working, for the coding, approved with your mentor, for the timeline, we call it, for the agenda of the project. I mean, on the first weeks, you will say, okay, and the very first week, the very first month, I will do this, and your mentor will come and say, okay, man or woman, you're wrong. You cannot do this 1 month, or you only have 2 days of work and not 1 month. I mean, the mentors are the one that has the experience of how much it takes. Of course, it depends on the person, and the mentor does not know for real how much it will take to you. But again, we have plenty of code in our repository, almost 100 projects. So I will say that it's easy. And I don't want to mention, but today, we have that strange tools called Copilot help a lot to the developers. I mean, those artificial intelligence websites. You were muted, but I understand, Winston, that you say okay. You're still muted. Any other question? Ryan, Shiju, Jan? No? You're okay? You're ready for Christmas, Jin? I see you're... But you still have to fight 2 weeks on the exams. No? 2 weeks. Okay, if you don't have any other questions, Emily, is that okay? Do you want any other thing?
Yeah. I think that was good. Thank you so much for hosting the call, and thank you so much, y'all, for
My pleasure.
coming to hang
And
out.
again, and if you didn't have it clear, you can contact us through the Discord community. You can contact me if you need it. You can use Emily. Emily is always here to help too. And we want to have students from Canada, from UBC, and we will help you to get your intern. Of course, you have to work on the thing, because there will be many other people that wants to, but you can do it. Okay? So if you need help, ask, and good luck. Anything you need, just contact us. Okay? Thank you. See you. Thank you,
Okay,
Emily, for
thank you so much
organizing
for
this.
hosting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stay tuned. Go to our
Thank you very
Discord
much.
and stay tuned to our agenda of trainings. And if you need something, just write. Bye-bye.